Welcome to the channel where we help people achieve financial freedom. If you are struggling with debt, you are not alone. Getting out of debt can be a challenge, especially if you have a low income. However, it is possible to become debt-free, and we are here to show you how. The first step to getting out of debt is to understand your debt situation. This includes knowing exactly how much debt you have, the interest rates on each debt, and the minimum payments required. Once you have a clear understanding of your debt, you can create a plan to pay it off. Creating a budget is essential when it comes to getting out of debt, especially when you're on a low income. A budget is simply a plan that outlines your income and expenses, and helps you determine how much money you have left over each month to put towards your debt. To create a budget, start by listing all of your monthly income sources, including your salary, side hustles, or any other sources of income. Then, list all of your monthly expenses, including rent or mortgage, utilities, food, transportation, insurance, and any other bills you have. Be sure to also include any debt payments you're currently making. Once you have a list of all your income and expenses, it's time to do some math. Subtract your total monthly expenses from your total monthly income to determine your disposable income. This is the amount of money you have left over each month after paying your bills and other expenses. Next, prioritize your expenses based on importance. For example, rent or mortgage and food are essential expenses that should come first on your list. Look for areas where you can cut back on expenses, such as eating out less or canceling subscriptions you don't use. Finally, set a monthly budget for each category of expenses and stick to it as closely as possible. If you find that you're spending more than you're bringing in, look for ways to increase your income or cut back on expenses even more. Creating a budget can be challenging, but it's a critical step in getting out of debt. By knowing exactly how much money you have coming in and going out each month, you'll be better equipped to make smart financial decisions and get on the path to financial freedom. I know this sounds silly, but increasing your income can help you pay off your debt faster. Consider taking on a part-time job or finding ways to make extra money on the side. This can include selling items you no longer need, freelancing, or starting a small business. Once you have a clear understanding of your debts, it's important to prioritize them. Prioritizing your debts involves identifying which debts should be paid off first, based on their interest rates and other factors. The first step in prioritizing your debts is to make a list of all your debts, along with their interest rates, minimum payments, and total balances. You can use a spreadsheet or a pen and paper to create this list. Once you have your list, you can start to prioritize your debts. One common approach is to focus on paying off high-interest debts first, as these debts cost the most money over time. For example, if you have a credit card with a 20% interest rate and a student loan with a 6% interest rate, you may want to focus on paying off the credit card first. Another approach is to focus on paying off small debts first. This is known as the snowball method, and it can be effective because it provides a sense of accomplishment and momentum as you pay off debts one by one. To use this method, you would prioritize your debts based on their total balances, rather than their interest rates. You would focus on paying off the smallest debt first, while making the minimum payments on your other debts. Once the smallest debt is paid off, you would move on to the next smallest debt, and so on. Ultimately, the best approach will depend on your individual situation. You may want to consult with a financial advisor or credit counselor to help you prioritize your debts and create a plan to pay them off. Remember, the key to prioritizing your debts is to focus on paying off the debts that are costing you the most money, while still making at least the minimum payments on your other debts. By doing so, you can save money on interest and fees and make progress toward becoming debt-free. If you are struggling to make your minimum payments, consider negotiating with your creditors. You may be able to negotiate a lower interest rate, a lower monthly payment, or even a settlement. Contact your creditors to discuss your options. Debt consolidation can be a helpful tool for getting out of debt on a low income. This involves taking out a loan to pay off all of your debts, then making one monthly payment to the loan. This can simplify your debt repayment and potentially lower your interest rate. National Debt Relief is a debt settlement company that can help you negotiate with your creditors to lower your debt and create a repayment plan. They have a proven track record of success and can help you get back on track financially. Cura Debt offers debt settlement, debt consolidation, and tax debt relief services. They can help you negotiate with your creditors to lower your interest rates and develop a plan to pay off your debts. Accredited Debt Relief offers debt settlement and debt consolidation services to help consumers reduce their debt and become debt-free. Remember, it's important to do your research before choosing a debt relief company to work with. Look for companies with a good reputation, positive reviews, and clear pricing and terms. And always read the fine print before signing any agreements or contracts. There are helpful resources in the description of the video. Getting out of debt is a challenge, but it is possible with the right strategies and mindset. By understanding your debt situation, creating a budget, increasing your income, negotiating with creditors, prioritizing your debts, using debt consolidation, and seeking professional help, you can become debt-free and achieve financial freedom. Remember, every small step counts.